You know, this machine is 44 inches wide. The small machines, I think they're about 36 inches wide. So this is a wider machine. You get to where you kind of recognize, you know, despite all the different branding, you start to recognize the different machines. There's a lot of different combinations though. Like this one here, this back, that's not a counterweight, that's fiberglass. I have seen that some of them do have like a cast iron counterweight. Gas motor seemed to do fine. Okay, I'm going to replace this short hose with this adapter. After I get this thumb hose taken care of, my plan is to dig a trench between the shop and the house, which is about 160 feet long. This will be for low voltage CAT6 Ethernet.
Riding on the winds from the desert plain, you cover the sky, spread your rain in the whistle of ghosts. I hear your name, nothing left here but dust and pain. Came through the door, no knock could call you. Cloak the world in human thrall. Dust on you rise so high, dancing shadows in the evening sky, carried by the sun's fair way, heaving tales of the land and the earth's fair.
Looks pretty good too.
Through the canyon's mouth, whispers of ghosts from the long lost drought. Dust settles on the bones of the past, in the land where shadows are cast through the haze. trance. Mournful cries of the old desert tune underneath the ominous blood-red moon. In the storm's embrace we find our fate. Rising spirits call, though it's late. The land sings tales of echoes born in the heart of the southwest dust storm. Ravens soar against the twilight's glow. Cactus arms rise through the weighty smoke. Dust devil spiral secrets untold, while the earth whispers your story unfolds. Shadows stretch on sun-baked sand while the wind calls past across this land. Footprints swallowed by the desert's breath in this merciless dance with life and death. The coyotes howl to stars that burn, guiding lost souls never to return. In the silence, thunder cracks the sky, and the land weeps as the spirits sigh. The trail's been paved by shadows and echoes. Every grain story unfolds and flows, where the spirit lingers in the wavering light, heart of the southwest where day meets night.
my opinion on the gas motor. You know, I've got a skid steer that's also gas, old Wisconsin engine. And, you know, the Wisconsin had a lot of torque. You know, as you feel that you're stalling the engine, you can just kind of let go and the engine will come back on RPM. That was a little harder with this smaller gas motor. Probably doesn't have a whole lot of torque, but still you can kind of learn to, when you're pulling a little too hard, just to kind of let go, try again. I've got a trencher, a ditch witch trencher. It probably would have done it faster. A little bit hard to say. It would have, you know, the thing just leaks oil everywhere. Probably would have cost me like, you know, $80 just in gear oil and transmission oil because it leaks everywhere. This thing is new. So this came with the 15-inch bucket, and that did just fine. I could have just done the whole thing with that, pulling up tree roots and whatnot. I kind of prefer the narrower bucket when going through lawn, just so you're not tearing up as much grass, although I don't know if it really matters that much. So I got a little 8-inch bucket for it. It's small. It's smaller than the 8-inch on my skid steer. It's not as deep, but it still is fine. If anything, show you here. If anything, I probably spent too much time, or I went too deep, deeper than I needed to go for for Ethernet. You know, just running some wire, low voltage wire, not a big deal. Again, this is, you know, really mostly deeper than what I would need for running low voltage Ethernet or whatever else. You know, I do like depth, because if anybody's going to run into the wire, it's probably going to be me. It seems like I'm always making a trench, crossing another trench. The projects don't ever seem to end. Like, for example, here. Again, this is probably the deepest part here. I don't know what that is, like a couple feet. But here, for example, I try to avoid my drain tile. I guess I hit it. So I guess I'll be fixing that, but that's not a big deal. I was much more worried about my gas line here, which is not buried deep. I wish that was a lot deeper. I didn't do that. What I think I'll do is I'll bury this spot. I'll pile up material on it so that the gas line is lower. For this being an insulated concrete form building, these walls are almost a foot thick of concrete. So, like, for example, drilling, I drilled this hole here for the gas line. It went pretty well with a hammer drill, but it did take some time. Here's the wire that I've got. Some CAT6. I think it's copper clad aluminum. You know, cheap. And then here's some more CAT6. Copper clad aluminum, I'm sure. This is a direct bury. So I'm going to try direct burying this. And then this CAT6 here, I'm going to put in some PEX tube. And then I've got this extra old CAT5E. I think I'll run that down the PEX tube as well, if they both fit. You know, I really only need one Ethernet line, but it can't hurt to have two. Okay, I'm also loaded up now with PEX tube, and I think this is some underwater, like irrigation pipe. Turns out I don't think I have enough PEX tube. These are like scraps. I thought it was one long piece, but we'll see. I might just piece it together. Well, for the PEX tube, I made it more than halfway, which I think that's pretty good. So I don't know, I gotta go from here to there.
travel softly under six skies. They're whispering lullaby where peace wonder lies. And been served streets towering through the ages and their ancient forms underneath their boughs, where shadows gently sway. It's where the heart finds solace in the tranquil, gentle way. In this land where the seasons play the sweetest serenade. Oh, nature's love finds comfort where heartaches are allayed.
I'm running the wire through my sunroom and then back out to the house. I may want an Ethernet connection in here, although this room does have access to Wi-Fi. The Ethernet from the shop runs all the way to the house, terminates here. I managed to get the trench filled back in before it snowed. Here the Ethernet is going into the shop through some conduit and then through almost a foot of concrete. And then here's the Ethernet coming into the shop, just through the conduit, and for now I just have bare wires and a Wi-Fi router. With internet in the shop and a projector, I can keep up with what's going on the internet.